I'm about to pull my sawmill out of this container, the sawmill track, with my excavator, and I need to put it in another container behind me. I'm just trying to do this properly with the correct rigging. That way it doesn't hurt it. That's what I don't want to do, is hurt this bad boy. I have these 10-foot length. My sawmill's 25. So I have these dog bones I'm going to put in there. It might not be long enough now that I think about it. I might need to go, when I say dog bones, it's just a little short piece of wire cable, a sling. I might need to go, I might need some 5-footers. If I do 20, well, no, I don't want to go 30 feet. 20, that would be 4. If I did 5-footers, I might need 3-footers on each side. I might have to come up with some type of rigging. I probably need to pull it out and just see what I can do with it first. That's probably what I want to do, is let's just pull it out and get it sitting out. Then I can rig it up a little more proper. So I'm going to pull this little guy and put the 6-foot sling back on it, and then see what that'll work, how that works, if I can get that to pull out properly. Let's see, I'm going to need another 6-foot sling to put on the excavator so I can pull that bad boy out. Let's see, this guy right here. Swap shackles. Try to get a larger 3/4 shackle. I mounted this rail system for the sawmill. I've mounted it on some C-channel. That way it's for sure kind of level. Like, it's, a lot of people put them on 4x4s or 6x's, or a piece of wood after they cut it with a sawmill. I went ahead and did it ahead of time with C-channel. Then I welded a few. Where my anchor points are, there's they have anchor points on each end, and then I welded a bar across it. That way it would keep it from smishing inwards, which it should not smush inwards now. All right. Let's see if that's close enough. Grab them. The old notorious Harbor Freight sling. About 13 bucks and rated for 6,400 in line. For a cheap sling, it's about the cheapest one you can get without having to be super duper expensive. Alright, now make sure everything's out of the way. I can slide it without crushing anything, doing some kind of damage that I don't want it to do. I'm going to pull it out and probably hold it close to the ground. Might even be setting it down. Might need a couple pieces of wood just to make it so it's not, twisting the frame or something like that. I'd like to keep a solid connection, even connection, solid, even connection. I'll find a couple pieces of wood over here. I have to chalk it up a little bit, that way it's, there's some more wood right there. Until I can get the full-on rig going with it. Let's see, somewhere right here. So I'll pull it out, and I'm going to leave it hanging on that end of the container, and then I will see what it looks like from there. All right, here we go. Come up just a little bit. Swing it out here. Come up a little bit. Have to get under it here to make it come up. I have to back up a little bit. I want it too high. I'm trying to keep it at the same level as the container. All right, something like that. Let me see what I can do. Alright, so it's on a piece of wood. Can you believe that? Landed perfectly on that piece of wood. So, it might be okay. There's a little shim on that one. Shim on that one. Now I'm going to ease off of this. Alright, so there we go. We've got it out. Now we're going to do we're going to use the 10-footers on the ends, which gives me 20 feet, and then I'll have to figure out what to make it up with, whether I'm going to make it up with 6 feet or 3 feet on each one, which is 6 feet, or 5s, whatever it may be. It's going to be something. It's a process. This guy, only pin it. All right, I got it. Alrighty, here we go. Let's go get a couple of 10s. So much more room once I got that thing out of there. My goodness. Here's a 10, here's a 10. Not sure exactly how it's going to turn out yet, how I'm going to make it work, but we will soon see what it's going to look like. I would say it probably only weighs about 800 to 900 pounds. This setup, it's not like super duper heavy. So the rigging that I'm using is plenty. There's plenty of strength with this rigging that I have. Plenty. Did I turn the excavator down? Is it on low? I don't know if I turn it to low power. It's sitting on full power. Yeah, it was on low. Tell you the truth, I can shut this thing off for a minute. I don't need to run it until I get these guys connected. So again, I have 10-foot wire rope slings, which will 10 on each end come into the center. That gives me 20. The sawmill is 25 feet, so I need maybe 3 feet on each side. The reason I say that is to make sure that you're not pulling too much into that vector force. You still need a little bit of juice, a little less. It's going to be way past 90 degrees. It's going to be hitting probably past 120. But as it pulls the out up, the center, if we pull the center up, it should balance it out to where it'll come out of there, come without bending the truss or bending this rail system here. All right, get a C-clamp off of there. All right, this guy. There's 110. Let's get these guys over there. Part of this guy out of there, so grab another 10. Where's that other 10-footer at? There it is. Alrighty. What's this over here on this guy? let's see. If I used 5-footers, that would give me 30 feet. So it'd be 5 feet longer than the whole dealio. I don't know if I have 4 5s. That's the question. There's 1 5. There's 2 5. Four 5, and I have 4 5s. We'll see what 4 5s will do for us. We'll see if we can't get it rigged up with 4 5s, and then that center part I'll rig it up with a we'll figure out how to do it. That center part. We'll raise all this up. We're about to see what we can do. It's literally working to see what it'll do. Like, I don't know what it's going to do yet, but I should get it equalized out. Not some craziness where it works properly and doesn't look like some horrible rigging or something. It should look fine. I'm trying to beat this weather. Looks like we got some weather coming this way. I hope to beat it. Get this thing in the other one before it comes out at me. I'll grab a couple more shackles here. I can steal these 2 right here. Steal these. This guy. Steal this guy. So we'll take a couple more shackles here. Grab some more shackles. A shackle box. Like I said, I do not know if this is going to work correctly looking, or I mean, if I have it. I'm going to try to make it look good, like make it look like I know what I'm doing at least. Let's see. We're going to take this 5 and this 5. And we're going to put the shackle in it. Get a dog bone. I should be able to use this guy. I need to put a little Earl in that. Let me find my Earl. A little shot of Earl to help that thing do a little bit better. Where's my Earl at? Come here, Earl. I know you around here somewhere. I had that oil out yesterday. There it is. Okay. Grab a couple more shackles. Be surprised what a little Earl I do. Little Earl. Yeah, that's all I needed. A little Earl. Alright, so this guy. We're gonna take this guy. Make it all straight. This guy's all straight. Come on, baby. Now I need my dog bone. Okay. Now, let's crank the machine, get the boom over here. Let's work that out. This is what we're doing. Alright, I'm gonna take this up and get it tight, but not picking up tight. Check all the rigging to make sure there's no fouled shackles or parts or pieces or anything. So what I need to do is I need to send down, figure out a tape measure. Let's see how tall that is. My tape measure, where's my tape measure? It's either in here or it's over at the other one. Let me see. Tape measure, it's in here. So I'm going to take this bad boy and get a measurement of how high approximately I need to be to attach to this bad boy. That's 7 feet right there. So I might be able to get away with a 10. Let me get it a little more straight up and down here and see what it really is when I get it tight. Alright, that's pretty close. tape measures on. I don't really like using those 5s. It takes a lot. It is literally on about 90, so that is a good rig. I was gonna go a little lower, possibly, you know, right in here, but this will work if I can keep it at a reasonable dealio. Let's see how tall it is. That way I can see if I can, or if I have to take that 5 and turn it into 3. $113. So it's just shy of 10 feet. Yeah. If I can take those 5s out and turn it into 3 or so, maybe. Let's see if I have some more 10s. If I do, I'll just do 10s, and then I'll figure out how to get it attached with 10s. I should have a couple more 10s down here. Yeah, there's a 10 right here. And here's a 10. 2 more 10s. This will work. 2 10s. No, that's a 5. Here's a 10. So let's see what we can do with this. Let's see. Shackles. Grab a couple more shackles. So I'll bring it down, attach these 10s to it, and I might use like a come along at the bottom here to keep even tension if I can't get an exact tension on it. I'd like to get an exact tension, but that's tough to get. So you could use like a little come along to adjust it. So I need to bring it down. Normally you don't put 3 things in the bell of a shackle. This particular case, it's not going to hurt. We're not overloading this. We're not doing anything crazy. We're just picking up 900 pounds or so with something that's rated for, 2,200. So it should be okay. It should be okay. I could try to put a shackle in there, but it's the same thing. Use a shackle or not use a shackle. There's a 3-point connection here. All right, let's see what we got now. That's pretty solid. Let's see. Yeah, see, that's 10 foot's too much. I'll have to use something smaller. 10 foot's too much. Let's see if I got 2 5s. I'll put 2 5s in there. If I got 2 more 5s on, I don't have 5s. I think I have 1 5. I don't know about 2. Let me go see what I got. I got 1 5. That's a 10. That's a 10. Yeah, I don't have but 1 5 left. I don't see the other 5s in my thing of stuff. Here's a 5. Is this a 10 or a 5? It's a 10. That's not a 5. Is that a 5? Wait a minute. I got 1 5. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to use straps. That's all I can think of. I can use a couple of straps. I'll use do I have any? Got one right here. Let's see. There's a couple span sets. I think I have another green one, 2 greenies. Go find that other green span set. Rigging to do it properly. I'm trying to do it without hurting. I do not want to hurt that track. Get it properly. Properly rigged and positioned properly. That's, I mean, you can do it right or you can do it wrong. You know, that's your 2. I choose to do it right if I can. And I'm probably going to put a come-alongs in between this to make sure it's at a consistent pressure on the center. Unless I can get it with like shackles. I can get it something even with shackles. Yes, I'll just use shackles. If not, I'll have to put in the old come-alongs. Alrighty. These come out of the picture. I don't need these in there anymore. Alrighty. Yeah, what the deal is, I'm putting this in a high cube over there, and I'm going to cut the side, one side out of it, the load side of the logs, where you load the logs on the sawmill. I'm going to cut that side open, and we are going to use the cargo as a sawmill hideaway. Let's see if we can This looks pretty good. We can do add this guy. You know what? I'm just going to use the come-alongs from there. They should be able to hook right in. I can hook them with a shackle if I need to, but I don't have two identical come-alongs. I have a large one and a small one, but they'll both work. The small one is rated for enough, and the large one's rated for way more than enough. I'll break out the small one first, and then we'll use the large one second. So here we go. Got this guy. Let's see what we can do. There we go. There's that guy. We'll get to come along for the other side. And this other will come along. It's a beast. It's a beast. But we definitely, I want it to be even. I don't want to have a flexing, I don't want it to flex while I'm toting it over there. I want it to lock in and stay locked in. Neutral. Load it. Okay, so now let me get a little more tension on it and see where we're at. Let's see if I pick it up. Is it going to swing? It is going to swing. So I'm going to back up just a smidge. And then pick up on it. This needs to come up. Is this guy tight? Let me look down at it and make sure it's not really bending or anything. Come off of it just a little bit. And then come off of it just a little bit with this guy. I need to get it evenly. I think we're off the ground. So what I want to do is make sure I'm not sagging. There's a little sag in the middle. So I want to take it up just a little bit. Let's see what that looks like. That's about as good as it's going to get. I think I can move it and then get it over there and get her set up. Let me pick it up just a little bit more so I can move this wood. Take it over there. There we go. That's a pretty good rig. Alright, so I'm going to bring the camera back and set it up back here. We got to do the same thing. We got to take it from there to get it in here. Alright. And then I need take a picture of it right quick on my phone. Come from the other direction, get a good frontal shot of it. That's pretty good. That's, you know, I trust that it's going to hold it and all that stuff, but the C-channel was to help it from flexing too much. There is a little bit of dip, because C-channel ain't the strongest in the world, but it's stronger than a 0. So I was shooting for just something to keep it as straight as I could. And then I was going to put it on a trailer. That was my plan, was to put it on a trailer. But I decided that it would be cooler if it had its own cargo container, really. So it's much better for it. It'll be inside its whole life. Won't be an outside mill, it'll be an inside mill. I'm going to cut the wall out of that one side, of course, I mentioned it earlier, and then from there it will stay in the container. I can put the container anywhere. I have some wheels for the containers. I need to get over and adjust this. It's about to turn into my hair. That's why you need a tagline. People were doing taglines. Because when you're by yourself, you don't have a tagline. You don't want this to land on you. This is a heavy thing. It's 1,000 pounds of steel, and you know, solid edges and corners. It would be a devastating hit to get hit with that. You do not want to get hit. Big old thing of steel. Looks like it worked out. I'm about 90 degrees at the top there with my slings, so that worked out good, really. The excavator's tall enough to handle it, the distance. So that's kind of cool. Another good thing, it'll sit in this container. These containers, you know, it might not be level where it sets, but they pretty much, the floor is level within the container. It's going to be a level floor, so it's going to be easy to level up or straighten up the track. You'll be able to level it up on a level floor, you know, like pretty much a no-brainer. Pretty much a no-brainer. Let's swing it over to it, set it in there a little bit. See how far we can set it in there without hitting the stuff. I didn't want to hit it that hard. Kind of came down hard, didn't it? So I'm going to set it on some stuff. Make sure it's not bowing over. It stays kind of high up. Get another piece of this stick. The stick is a couple of sticks. Worked out pretty good. Worked out pretty good. I think that'll work. I'm going to de-rig it. I should be able to work it out from there. Go. I know I'm not talking much, but it's let's see what I can do. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Push it in. If I should just get behind it and dig it up, push it in. I think that's the way I'll do it. I'm just going to do it with slings, the 6-foot slings. I have to de-rig it right quick though. Let's get her de-rigged. Pushed in there, I'll be happy. Once I get it over here, I'm going to weld some little washers down to that flange of the C-channel. And then I should be able to just drill it to the floor in here so it doesn't move anywhere. That's so when I move the container, the container I'll put some wheels on it and I'll be able to move it around to wherever I need to either cut logs or wherever I want to keep it, maybe even a permanent location. But either way, in the container, I will be able to move it around and have the option to move it. You know, it was going to be on the back of a trailer. Back of a trailer would be easier. Back of a trailer, though, doesn't keep it out of the rain, doesn't keep it out of the elements. In here, I can keep it out of the elements and then also have storage in maybe 15 feet of it. If I do 25 feet, the container on the side open, that leaves me 15 feet to have storage, whether it's tools or sawmill related stuff, possibly even set some wood there to dry, you know, be inside, just something. It will make it, ooh, a little raindrop. Let's see if I can get this done before that hits us. I don't know why I did that. Left the shackle, bell in the shackle. It'll be all right. I'm not high in the air, so it's not gonna hurt nothing. But you wouldn't want to do that if you was high in the air. I will probably get some comments from some riggers that I did that. But that's okay, that's how it happens. Sometimes you mess up. We're humans. We're humans, we mess up. Well, I feel good about this, my rail system, and getting it in this container now that I've moved it. It's going to help a lot. It gives my good container open and free where I can get in there and move around. My new container, this old crappy one right here, this old crappy one, that's why I'm putting it in here. It's not that the sawmill's crappy, but it's crappy but still worthy enough to not get my mill wet and still work as far as keeping it dry and out of the weather. Alright, so that's all of that. Let's get it to swing over here. Come down. Actually, I need to take all that crap off and just put 2 slings on it. I'll just use those span sets. Alright, we're almost there. We're gonna get this guy put in there. Let's be good to go. Oh, I got my machine running wide open. Or not wide open, but it could be sitting there. Safe idle. Alright, span set number 1. I can use a little shackle. I use a big one, it don't matter. Alright, let's get this guy on there. this guy out here. Very boring. Very boring. Yet, it has to be done. You don't know how much this frees up my other cargo. It's huge. This thing was in the way like crazy. Now I can do things. Let's get this big shackle. Let's see, I got this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy. There we go. Sliding it in there. Get all of this crap over. It's good to have a bunch of stuff for rigging. Can't beat this stuff. Alrighty. I should be able to slide it right in there. Let's see if that's the case. Let's see this on the strap. Can you believe it? That's in a bucket. Get it off the tags. So I need to come in with the boom, in and up. Alright, so in and up. You want me to jerk it? Alright. It's pretty chaotic sliding it in there. I don't like it. Well, can't help anything about it. It is what it is. I'm going to take a little bit of this power off the machine and see if I can. I think he's trying to dig into the ground of it, or to the floor. I got it most of the way in there. Let's see what I can do to get the rest of the way in there. That's most of the way in there. It's not scraping the floor or anything, so that's good. Let's see if I can. Pull it a little even. I mean, I believe I can just push it in from here. With the blade. I believe I can push it in from there with a blade. We're about to see. We're about to see. See if I'm hitting the right spot. No, I believe that's the spot. Take the power down. Just ease it in. I don't think this thing will fit in that container, this big old juicy machine. I think the blade is almost too wide. It might fit in there. That'd be wild if you could fit this bad boy in there. Alright, we got it moved over. That's huge. Huge out of my way. Huge out of my way. Alright, let me set this thing down. Let's see where I'm at. Give it a look, see. Ooh, I see a big old storm cloud over here. I might have got that bad boy in there just in time. Alright, let me grab this camera. Look at this storm over here. It's stormy looking. Alright, let's go with this bad boy. That's what we got. It's just going to sit here level. I'll be able to run it without weather being a factor. Yeah, I think the unlevelness is the feet, not the track. So I'll have to do some leveling with the feet, and that will be what's going on there. So there we go. I'm going to call that a wrap. Sawmill in a cargo container. That's what's going on. All right, Jaceland Adventures out.